Hey, me, Makari. You join Discord and Twitch. Hey, thanks, bye. It's Saturday morning cartoons, and we've already had a nice bout of skibbity bullshit and TF2 nonsense this morning. So what better way to round that out with something that actually might have some substance to it? I got sent this a little while back, and I honestly couldn't quite believe my eyes that this was made by a single person. I haven't seen anything other than a snippet, so we are going to experience this together. And I'm ashamed that this came out 2 years ago, and I only found out about it now. So if you are a fan of Dragon Ball Z, this is going to be right up your alley. Once again, if you're watching live on YouTube, do make sure you come by and join us live on Twitch or during our YouTube live streams as well. And if you're watching live on YouTube and Twitch, make sure you go and subscribe to the YouTube, vice versa. You know how it works. And of course, go give the original content the love as well. I don't know what to expect. I saw the animation initially, and it blew my freaking mind. Planet Vegeta. Kind of looks like a more retro 80s style of anime.
Stay strong. Your crown is here, and your kingdom awaits your return.
Vegeta. Since Dragon Ball Super, I have been a Vegeta stand day in, day out. Oh, wow. Yeah, this really does have a bit of like an 80s anime aesthetic to it. I love it. Bit of a cow. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me a lot of Cowboy Bebop. Like if Dragon Ball Z was made by the people who did Cowboy Bebop.
Just how stupid can you be?
Have we ever met?
Have we ever met?
If you don't mind, can you just tell me what
so
I
this
forgot?
is like an alternative. I suppose this is kind of designed to be an alternative universe, like because this is based in Dragon Ball, I think. Like Goku's like when we first get to see Goku in his teenage years when he's fighting Chi-Chi. I think. I haven't seen Dragon Ball in so long. I think that's where this is supposed to be.
So
yeah,
I
the
can't
end of Dragon Ball, right?
Unbelievable! And did you forget the promise you made me as well? You promised to marry me, Goku!
Oh. Never promise a crazy
Well,
bitch
his life's
nothing.
over.
I'll put it out there as well. This point in Dragon Ball Z was the only time I ever liked Chi-Chi. After Dragon Ball ended, she turned into an obnoxious This art style, dude, I love it. They've done this like there's something about this sketchy aesthetic that I just adore so much. And it just works as well because it kind of emphasizes that very early frame-by-frame animation style that was very prevalent at the time.
Is that all you can say for yourself?
Wait a minute. Who's that challenger? You hurt his wife! Vegeta? Vegeta? At this time? Okay, so this is where everything kind of, sir? So this is obviously where things diverge a little bit, because I don't remember this happening in Dragon Ball. Oh, what? Huh? Suddenly. So wait, whom? God, imagine. Remember when their power levels were seemingly human? Remember when their power levels were not galactic, capable of blowing up universes? You remember when you remember when Dragon Ball was about the martial arts and who had the better kung fu rather than who had the better power level? Yeah, I remember. Oh. They made the reference! He's a legend!
The green light, the gold you fashion. It's not every day that a king leaves his throne. But for you,
Oh my
I
God.
make a royal exception.
Vegeta with the man bun. Oh boy. Now that's my king. Sir, the himbo auditions were around the corner. Sir! Wait, Broly? Broly? In this time frame, in this hemisphere, in this economy, localized entirely within this tournament, can I him? Oh my God. Dude, his pecs are bigger than my tits. That's so depressing. That's actually so depressing. Oh, okay. Okay, enough simping. Enough simping. I have to talk about the animation quality here. This is unreal. Like, I used to animate in this style. I have so much respect for people who can animate frame by frame without using softwares that will do the animation process for you by making models. Doing a frame by frame animation like this is a test of love, and understanding how to make fast animation without needing to have structure, or like having this kind of animation style frame by frame, it's the complete opposite of what you'd get with like 3D animation or more modern children's animation, where it's done using models, where the hard part is making the model initially, and then the animation process is really simple. Whereas this requires a pipeline to streamline the whole process. And there's something so organic and so like compelling about this art style. It's actually a very similar art style and process that Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss uses. And it's gorgeous. Look at that face, though.
All my life I've trained for this one moment.
Good voice acting
For
as
the
well.
pride of the Saiyans!
I know they're probably going to say who the voice actors are later, but whoever they got to do the voice acting did a great job for Vegeta.
For my family.
Not
And
quite
yes,
as like gruff, but
even you, Kakarot.
Kakarot.
Saiyan legend, hear me!
Yeah,
Today
the great
a god
voice acting.
falls. Bones to dust. Ashes to the wind!
Oh wow. Super Saiyan at this timeline? Jeez, dude. Oh wow. Dude, that's kicking ass. See, this is I've been watching Dragon Ball Super recently, and I think my biggest problem is that it's just about power levels. I miss when like it was all about how good your kung fu was. I miss the action. I miss how you had this different clashing of actual like brawling within Dragon Ball. And I know you get it in Super, but it just doesn't feel as good, as visceral in Dragon Ball Super. And I recently watched the Dragon Ball movie with Cell Maximum, whatever his name is, and it's the Dragon Ball Z movie that they introduced Gohan's Beast Mode. I might show some of this at the end, just as a little extra little bit. But this is the kind of stuff that I used to love Dragon Ball Z for. The punches, the combat, the kung fu, the actual fighting. This is so good. I want to point out as well, like how, oh, that's such a good keyframe right there. I want to point out something as well. The fact that they have the camera panning, I want to break down how this works. So these individual characters are being animated separately to the background. So they've managed to make not only some fun camera movements by keeping it separate, but it means they can kind of get the combat to be separated enough to a point where you can kind of be a bit more playful with camera actions. And it kind of gives, like, when the camera moves like this, it makes the impact way more meaningful. See how the camera follows to give it that extra bit of energy? So good. Like, as an animator, this is just activating my neurons. And as an anime fan, oh! Vegeta ain't done yet. Vegeta's gonna go ham, baby. Oh, we got the floor bending up and down as well. I don't really know enough about Broly, if I'm honest. Ah, that's my final flash. Vegeta. So good. Now this is how you do an action scene. That sword? Did he just cut his arm off? What the hell, dude? Yeah, that panic. Man, I miss when Chi-Chi used to be strong. Oh no. Oh, Kakarot's mad. You don't beat up the woman. Oh no, Kakarot's about to go complete Super Saiyan level 79. She makes my food! Oh, this has the same energy as when... You guys remember when Goku went Super Saiyan for the very first time? And the kind of energy and how enigmatic that was. How like, emotional that scene was. They've managed to get that feeling into a 1-minute scene in this, and I love it. Yeah. Goku, kind of burning up. What? No. What? Excuse me? I think the official Dragon Ball Z series has something to learn from this. Because I'll be honest, Dragon Ball Super became incredibly formulaic. I got so bored of every single Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan transformation just being, hey, let's change the color of the hair. Hey, let's give them glowing eyes. When they do a transformation, this is what it should have been. Holy shit, dude, that looks amazing. That is absolutely ridiculous. Now that's a Super Saiyan transformation. And it's the Kung Fu, baby. This is what I'm talking about. It's about the Kung Fu. It's not about the energy blast. It's not about the power level. It's about being able to push your karate better than the other guy's taekwondo. Look at that face, though!
Now, Kakarot!
This doesn't happen often, but I'm speechless. Wow. First of all, Vegeta using a Kamehameha. Second of all, holy shit, that animation quality. Third of all, you wanna know something funny? They've basically condensed the entirety of the very first Broly movie into a 5-minute short. Look back at how this plays out. And then go back and watch the very first Broly movie. It's the same play-by-play of, like, each of them struggling individually and then banding up to be able to beat him down. Jesus Christ, that was good.
I remember.
I love Goku's transformation,
It's
though.
Chi-Chi,
Holy
right?
shit, dude.
Kakarot.
Stop calling me that.
That name is your birthright.
Goku's
For
voice
you,
actor isn't
just
as on the
like
mark.
I,
Vegeta's
are the
though? Holy
legacy
shit.
of a proud race of golden warriors. We are the keepers of the primal light. Your
Hey, guys. One's in the chat. If you would rather watch a new series of Dragon Ball Z based off this concept, just type a 1 in the chat now. This would have my interest infinitely more than what's happened to Dragon Ball Z in the modern era. Like, don't get me wrong, I thought Dragon Ball Z Super and the end of Dragon Ball Z was fine, but I missed when it was about the more, like, the second it became, like, a galactic threat, the second characters had the ability to blow up literal universes, it lost me. I loved when it was about the Kung Fu, I loved when it was much more grounded, I loved it when it was much more about, like, the character development of the story. Like, I feel like the biggest problem in Dragon Ball Super especially is that they're not willing to tread new ground or try anything immensely different because they know if they do, they might upset the core audience. Like, becoming, a lot of the time, your success is also your biggest hurdle and your biggest prompt for failure.
light is out of control and must be refined to be useful. Your days under the sun are numbered, Kakarot. So marry that woman while you still have the chance. And come with me. We have to prepare.
For what?
Frieza.
War.
Oh. Oh, that is so good. Jeez. And it looks like this was only made by, like, what, how many, yeah, so I think it was made by a studio, but coloring is usually the hardest part for the, when you're doing an animation pipeline like this. I would love to see the voice actors, though. Do we have the voice actors? Music cover. Jordan Woolen. Oh, okay. So it was mostly just one voice actor. 2 voice actors. Interesting. Yeah, Toriyama himself would have loved this, honestly. I would have... Actually, Toriyama was alive when this was launched, right? So I'd imagine Toriyama probably saw this. I would imagine. Cool. I want to really quick... Oh. Ooh, hello. And of course, Broly's still alive because the dude never knows when to quit. God, jeez, dude, that expression gives me a big Cowboy Bebop vibe. Sheesh. Crazy. I hope we get a full series on this. I would love to see. I don't know whether that'd be capable of doing that, considering copyright and everything, but my God, that was awesome. I want to very quickly show you something. Something that's within the official canon of the Dragon Ball universe. Second. I couldn't exactly find exactly what I was looking for, but I mentioned earlier how there are still semblances of amazing animation. And the Dragon Ball Superheroes movie that came out a while ago was one of the first times I've seen in a really long time the official canon Dragon Ball universe trying something new. And in this movie, they not only do fight scenes amazingly, but the animation style they went for just epitomizes what I love about the original Dragon Ball sort of mantra. And if we had more of this for the modern Dragon Ball Z, I'd be so happy. But check this out, So this is, I'm not going to spoil it. This is just sort of a fight scene. At some point, you know, you got Gohan, Piccolo, and a new version of Cell. Just watch this. Look at how gorgeous this is. Look at how visceral these fight scenes are. Like, this is highly underrated. Also, self-referential to, hey, you remember that time you went big? Also, Piccolo finally gets fucking relevant again. Watch this fight. Watch this fight. Look at how goddamn visceral this is. And Gohan... One of the things that I got upset so much in Dragon Ball Super is how they completely ruined Gohan. So much for being one of the strongest... Like, they couldn't just give a different character the spotlight, could they? They could... Goku just had to be the savior of the known universe again. Fucking Gohan got ruined in Dragon Ball Super, and it just upset me so much. Like, Gohan is literally one of my favorite characters from all of the franchise, and seeing what he was like in Dragon Ball Super is just depressing. But watch this, watch this. This right here. This is freaking brawling. Giant kaiju brawling. I wish I could find a better quality version of this to prove how good this is. It's just so juicy. I'll be honest, this might actually be my favorite Dragon Ball movie. For so many different reasons. Look at this fight scene! Look how impactful it is! There's actually some emotion to it. And then your boy gets fucked. But Gohan's like, actually, I have this new Super Saiyan mode, which kind of fucks. And it's kind of bittersweet because they kind of go from this like, Gohan, use the strongest Kamehameha you can, and he's like, nah, you know what? Let's really tug at the heartstrings. Let's make Gohan use a special beam cannon. So no head? Anyway, my point being, if you haven't seen, if you want to watch a modern Dragon Ball thing that's kind of grounded, still really badass, and not about just who has the best power level, Dragon Ball Super is 100% amazing. And not to forget about what we were watching, this was fantastic. I legitimately think this might be one of my favorite animations I've seen all year. And it's certainly a bit of a detractment from the skibbity shit we were watching today. All right, well, that was amazing. I don't know what to say about it other than please make sure you go watch yourself. Please go through each and every frame and look how much passion was poured into every single shot that was in this. Go subscribe to the original, and maybe, who knows, maybe we'll get the full another thing coming out from these guys at some point. I'm assuming they're going to make something else. I would certainly hope so. I know they're working on other projects, but we should get more from these guys eventually, I hope. So, thank you much for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next turn. Bye-bye. Have a good day. So long.